Hello and welcome to Smaulgld, American Gold Eagle sales report for the month of October. American Gold Eagle sales soared 287% in October. The U.S. Mint sold 100,501 ounce American Gold Eagle coins in October, up 27.2% from the 79,000 sold in September, but up 286.5% from the 26,000 sold in October 2015. The total ounces of gold attributable to all American Gold Eagle coins, including the 1/10 ounce, 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, and 1 ounce coins, was 116,000 ounces, which was up 23% from the 94,000 ounces sold in September and up 241,000% from the 34,000 ounces sold in October 2015. The October sales of 1 ounce American Gold Eagle coins were the highest monthly total so far in 2016. So we are seeing acceleration of the gold sales at the U.S. Mint, and we'll talk about that in relation to silver as we go forward. The silver to gold sales ratio, as measured by the number of 1 ounce American Gold Eagle coins compared to the number of 1 ounce American Silver Eagles, was 38-1. So the sales were up sharply in October. As I had mentioned back at the end of August, I had expected to see the sales of gold to start to really ratchet up as we entered into the fall, because that is traditionally the period of time when people are worried about financial calamity. We've had a lot of false starts on that front, but we also have the very volatile election season with two candidates, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And as I mentioned in the last podcast I did in the Week in Review, I think that political uncertainty, in addition to financial uncertainty, is kind of a toxic brew for a country, and it could lead to some upside in the prices of gold. I'm not making predictions. I'm stating what I believe to be a fact, that when you have financial turmoil and political turmoil, the currency of the country that is experiencing that turmoil generally takes a hit downward. And in relation, gold goes up. So in October, the U.S. Mint sold 100,500 1 ounce American Gold Eagle coins. That was up from September, which was up also from August. Let's take a look historically at what October sales look like at the U.S. Mint. Now, the best month ever for the October sales was the 1986, which was the first month that American Gold Eagles were minted. So you kind of have to discount that month as meaning anything, because the mint had just ramped up production, and that was the first month they were produced. So they produced 609,000 of them in the first month of production. The next year, they were still a popular coin, a new coin. They sold 187,500 in the month of October. But normally October, as you can see from the chart, is not that robust. Now in 1999, in the run-up to the Y2K, when, for those of you who are a bit younger, don't know, but a lot of the computers, or well, none of the computers, when they first programmed them in the mid-20th century, in 1950, 1960, 1970, 1980, did not anticipate what would happen when it got to 1999 and it switched over. There were fears that somehow, if things didn't switch over properly, a lot of things would just shut down, the grid, everything, and there might be some type of chaos, and therefore people went to gold. So in October of 1999, there was a big American Gold Eagle sales month of 233,000. But then the next biggest months, this month, October 2016, was the fifth largest month. And now taking away 1986, you had basically 1987, 1999, and then the financial crisis era of 2009, 2010, you had sales over 100,000. Now what happens I think that when you have hints of financial crisis or political crisis, the first metal that people move to is not silver, it's gold. And you'll see Historically, that is what has happened. Now, the U.S. Mint also sold, and they don't sell as much. You would think that the smaller denominations of gold eagles would sell more than the 1 ounce, but generally they don't. Excuse me. They only sold 8,000 1/2 ounce American gold eagles, 16,000 1/4 ounce, and 75,000 1/10 ounce. So they actually sold more of the 1 ounce coins. And that also, to me, tells me that richer investors go to gold as a wealth preservation strategy, and they don't mess around with the smaller coins. They buy the large 1 ounce coin, and they probably buy many of them. But in any event, if you add up those coins, it was 116,000 ounces when you bring it all together. Now in September, the mint sold 94,000 ounces when you bring all of the different denominations of the American Gold Eagle coin, add them up together. But in October, just a year ago, 2015, the U.S. Mint only sold 34,000. So we've seen a big ramp up, not just from last year, but also from September. Year to date, the U.S. Mint has sold 665,500 1 ounce American Gold Eagle coins and a total of 1.636 million coins of all sizes. So you take the 1 ounce, the 1/4 ounce, 1/10 ounce, 1/2 ounce, and that's the number of coins, not the number of ounces that were sold. But if you add up all those coins, the U.S. Mint has sold 808,000 ounces of gold so far this year in the form of the American Eagle. In the coming days, we'll do an American Gold Buffalo report. I think they added about 28,500 also in October. So adding their numbers together, the American Gold Buffalo, the American Gold Eagle together, the U.S. Mint is, I think, over 1 million ounces sold this year. But let's take a look at month by month this year. So it started off at 89,000, then down to 67,000 in February, all the way down to 29,000 in March, 93,000 in April. And then it fell to a low in July of 30,000. That was post-Brexit when no crisis happened. But as you can see now, we're starting to ratchet back up. Excuse me. With 79,000 sold last month and 100,500 sold in October. So October was the highest sales month this year and also is the 5th highest October ever. Where does that put sales for the year? As we mentioned, 665,000 1 ounce coins are sold. That means that this year will probably be the best year since 2011. We should clearly pass 2013, 743,000 if sales continue, and it'll put it back to almost financial crisis levels, depending on, if they sell 100,000 in the next 2 months, they'll be at 865,000. That'll put it close to 2011. But the pace is very strong at 100,500 this in October. As we mentioned, gold sales led silver sales at the height of financial crisis in 2008 and 2009. And gold, as we mentioned, was also more popular during the run-up to the Y2K, far more popular. We'll see when we get into the ratios below that gold was the go-to metal for Y2K. It was not silver. Premiums on American Gold Eagles, they generally stay in the 5-6% range. There's generally not that much of a change in those premiums, but you can check out the chart here and see what the prices are at APMEX. If you are interested in buying gold, American Gold Eagles, you can do through the Smaulgld site. We've got a number of affiliates here. We also have banner ads throughout the site. If you do wish to buy gold eagles or any silver on the website, that is how Smaulgld pays its expenses. It's not a recommendation to buy anything, but if you are interested in buying, I would invite you to buy your gold or silver through the Smaulgld website, because I do get a small commission and you pay no more, no less than if you were to purchase the gold or silver directly from those sites rather than clicking on these links and ending up on the same site. Here we go. Silver to gold sales ratio. In 2014, now this is not financial crisis time, but this is a period of time when silver was really cheap and it was the bargain. The gold silver ratio was in the 70s, and the U.S. Mint sold 106 1-ounce American Silver Eagle coins for every 1-ounce American Gold Eagle coin. But during the financial crisis, as you can see, 2008, 2009, that ratio was only 20 to 1. Silver sales really started to take off. You can see here in 11, 12, 13, 14, and reached a peak last year at 47 million after the financial crisis when people saw the bargain in silver. What I think I'm seeing now, though, is silver sales have kind of retreated. We're not going to have a 47 million. We're not going to break the 47 million record from last year. We're not even going to break the 44 million prior record from 2014, and we probably won't break the 2013 prior record of 42 million. Silver Eagle sales are only at 34 million right now. We'll be lucky to get 40 million. But gold sales are on the rise, and silver sales seem to be kind of moderating. They're still good, but they're nowhere near what they were the last 3 years. And as a result, so far through October 2016, the U.S. Mint has sold 52 times more silver than gold. But remember, the first 5 months of the year, that ratio was much higher when the U.S. Mint was selling a tremendous amount of silver eagles. So in October, the U.S. Mint sold 3.825 American Silver Eagles and 100,500 1 ounce American Gold Eagle coins, and that ratio comes out to 38 to 1. Last month, the ratio was 21 to 1. The month before, it was 25 to 1. And as you can see, it was much higher earlier in the year, 45 to 1, 45 to 1, 69 to 1, 43 to 1. And it averaged out so far to 52 to 1. I expect that ratio to get even lower and get closer to the financial crisis era, where people start to really buy a bit more gold than silver. And what has that done to the gold silver ratio? As you can see, a lot of people are thinking that this gold silver ratio has to come down. Not if there's a greater demand and people view gold as the place to be in a financial crisis, political crisis. That is the place to be, and that might keep that gold silver ratio higher than many expected. And it is now still at 72 to 1 as of the end of the month. Thank you very much for listening. Please remember to subscribe to Smaulgld.com. You do that for free by putting in your email address, and you will get updated when we put out some important blog posts. Otherwise, check the site every day. And also, please remember to subscribe to the Smaulgld YouTube channel. And please follow us on Twitter. Thanks.